I'm the good,
Brothers.
home of the good.
Brothers. Brothers. Brothers.
All right, so we pretty much just watched every trailer from Summer Game Fest and beyond. There was more than Summer Game Fest. There's a couple indie developer quick tidbits. The digital Devolver little set they had. Pretty much one cool game on there, if I'm not mistaken. You guys might be able to tell me different.
Name those games real quick. Yeah, let's bang through those ones. Just the Devolver. We'll
Suda
skip
had a
Shaper's
funny.
show.
He had a little funny intro. They're a fun company.
They're fun.
Devolver Digital is always fun. They put out fun games. The people who make Broforce are coming out with another game. First person.
They're doing the foot kick game, right?
Yeah, so it's I believe it's called Anger Feet.
Angerfoot.
Angerfoot.
Yeah.
Fast-paced first-person shooting action seems up my alley. That's
Very
what
hyper stylized.
I like those kind of games. I wrote down hopefully multiplayer. It'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Those are always fun. Maybe like an arena multiplayer.
Very fast paced, super hectic. A lot of kicking.
Went over Card Shark. That's already out. Don't need
Card
to.
Shark's out.
Plucky Squire. Dude comes out of the book.
Very indie, but very original. That's what I'm saying. Like the indie games this year, well, and every year, they do like some really original things. Like, I mean, obviously, like 85% of indie games are just pixel art platformer games that are like rinse and repeat. But like every now and then, you get something like Plucky Squire.
Big banger comes out.
Yeah, it's a platformer game where the dude comes out of the book, and all of a sudden now it's a 3D platformer. Kind of like old N64 style, but very clean.
And everyone tries to copy that for a while.
But like in that though, it was cool because it had like that little punch out mini game. A lot of cool different things are going to be going on in that game. What was the game of the year last year? Freaking the two lover birds, the divorce game, Jess.
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. Yeah, like just all over the place.
I couldn't even think of that. Yeah,
I know. Eric and I beat that whole game too. I'm just brain farting on it right now.
The feels games are getting real popular right now.
Heavily, yeah.
In the feels.
Yeah,
very
like
in the
them,
feels.
That's okay with me.
That one was a little bit more than just in the feels, though. It was kind of like what was Tim Schafer's show was all in the feels games.
Yeah, like I told you guys before, it's an ASMR indie showcase, is what it seems like.
And then Devolver's was like cracked out. Here's some crazy stuff and a cool skateboarding game.
One game I want to point out from the Double Fine is the Choo Choo Charles.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Evil Train game. I think it's a survival Evil Train game.
It looks like survival. You got to upgrade your train as at the same time this spider train is chasing you always.
Could be fun. I mean, looks very
Slender
Steam.
Man.
It's like a Steam. For sure, it's just like a Steam game that's gonna come out, and
a lot of those games were very PC centric.
Looks like it at least.
Yeah.
Don't know if it is, but definitely looked like it.
We play PC games, everybody, but we're more console players.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, we
go back and forth.
Yeah,
seems fine.
But what else was on the Devolver one? What was that? What's the skate game called? Skate Heaven.
Skate Story.
Skate Story looks sick, dude. It's basically, it's like very art. It's
Also,
art. Go ahead.
Seems ASMR-y to me.
Yeah, but so is Skate in a way. When you really think about it, it's like chill skateboarding.
Could be like one of those like so frustratingly hard game. Like I don't know.
Dude, if the controls are like ridiculous and like, then
I feel like it might have like some kind of physics based, like really silly.
100% has a flick stick.
Maybe not though. Like Octodad, I Am Bread.
It better not be like that.
Octodad and I Am Bread the controls are set up to be difficult. I don't think this.
That's what I'm
like
saying.
That.
It could be that.
It could be
made to be really hard and break. Like from what I saw, the camera angles go like behind you, so you don't see where you're ollieing to or something, and you just go and smash into a wall, or else.
Unless that was just cut for the trailer that way.
Could be.
That game was
Could
cool though.
Well, be. Summer Game Fest. The actual Summer Game Fest started with Street Fighter 6 character reveal.
I missed that. Yeah, is that where the Guile came from? I didn't even see that happen. Oh, because I jumped in 5 minutes late. So the first thing was Guile.
Yeah. Well,
First
it
thing
just
was
showed
roster.
It showed Guile's like arena. You know,
Super
like
move or
he's on
whatever.
a aircraft
Oh.
carrier.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Did it play his classic Guile music from Street Fighter 2?
Ooh, I didn't catch that. I'm not sure.
Didn't catch it. Did
That's
not
a-
catch it.
That's a jam right there.
What
Yeah,
about the
full-
no M Bison in the roster?
I was
You
going to
guys
say,
notice that?
speaking on that, Guile got announced, but Zach pointed out to us yesterday and sent us in text, the whole roster's leaked anyways.
Oh, it
Yeah,
happened
it was
yesterday.
already
Yeah.
leaked.
Mm-hmm.
So no Bison?
No, he's not on there.
What on earth?
He's not there yet. You guys know you're gonna be able to buy him real soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
on Super Street Fighter 7
Come on,
Turbo Edition.
you know
That's
how
why-
they do it.
This is why I don't play fighting games.
They all do it now. All the fighting games.
Dude, the pack to get all the Dragon Ball fighters characters or whatever is like $120 or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's the game when you first buy it is like 12.
What started that?
characters.
Dead or Alive?
Just like DLC all the time. Like we're
Yeah.
only going to give you a quarter of what we're going to have by the end of the game. I hate that shit, dude.
Killer Instinct. You know they did that.
Killer Instinct back on Xbox.
Killer
One release
Instinct,
date,
free,
yeah.
free to play Killer Instinct. You're just going to buy everything you want.
Yeah, they might have started
That's
that
right.
bullshit off for that.
Kinda.
Rolled it from Street Fighter. Rolled into. I almost couldn't believe another Alien game.
Yeah, I was a little surprised about that one.
Another one.
It was so cool. Like the whole trailer was the whole trailer was super cool and cutscenes and everything looked so cool. And then it showed gameplay.
Oh no,
Just
I missed that one. What was the gameplay?
It's a twin
don't
stick
know.
shooter. It looked like maybe like a XCOM
was
style, but it looked like
Oh,
twin stick shooter.
Top down?
Yeah,
I
like
don't
the
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
top down view, like over the shoulder, kind of
The-
hold up.
130
they're-
130 degree angle.
Yeah, they're just blasting all around.
Yeah,
Very arcadey.
yeah.
You
it's
literally-
yeah.
Fire Team Elite came out. I don't know.
3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Not long ago.
Yeah. You guys aren't stoked for another Alien game, or just because it doesn't look great?
Depends. I mean,
They
Team
get
Elite.
good.
Fire Team Elite went to Game Pass. Is this one coming to Game Pass? Maybe I'll play it.
I mean, why not?
I wrote down on
Exactly.
this. Make Alien Isolation 2 or nothing.
I was gonna say Alien Isolation is the only one that people actually like,
it's
because
awesome.
it's actually freaky.
Yeah. Make
Like
part 2 or just stop for a while.
Right.
Right after Alien, Callisto Protocol.
This is where I jumped in.
I mean, you can't
What's-
go wrong.
It's Dead Space, 100%.
Yeah.
But a couple new things though, and just like the environments attack you now. Like that dude walked back into a grinder.
That's kind of been a thing within Dead Space. There's been environmental things that'll kill you.
That
So
that thing sucked him in.
it all looked really Dead Space. It is Dead Space to me at
did you guys-
least.
Did you catch the moment where he like shot that monster freakazoid and like a piece of his leg popped up and then hit him or something like that? I don't know if you caught that exact moment. I was like, that's pretty trippy.
So already, again, another thing from Dead Space. So you shoot their limbs off and use them to shoot back at the I mean, it
Right.
it really does look like Dead Space. With a
Gravity gun.
different skin, but
Wait,
it's
does
Dead Space.
Dead Space have a gravity gun?
Dead Space has
cutter.
stasis.
Oh,
It
that's
has
right.
stasis.
Stasis.
So you like move
yeah.
stuff around with
No,
your
this game has a
arm.
gravity gun where you can
Yeah.
throw people into walls, which is cool. Gravity guns
Which
are
you
always
could-
good.
it wasn't called stasis. Fuck. Well,
Stasis is where you like froze
that
them.
was like to make
Yeah.
them slow. There's another thing that you can move around and shoot and pull a guy's limb off and shoot him back at it with like a gravity gun.
yeah,
So again,
similar.
in Dead Space. I also noticed on the guy's back, I don't know if you guys saw on his neck, there's a
Neck,
little
yeah,
gauge that has
yeah.
to be his health bar.
100%.
They're not going to have a HUD for sure because that's Dead Space's thing.
Yeah.
It's all going to be in game. the bullets you're gonna see when you aim the gun and all that stuff. So should be awesome.
My opinion, best game out of this Summer Game Fest. I'm really ready for that. Looks real cool.
Should be awesome. The popped up in my mind while I was watching it because there's a Dead Space remake coming out. Like
Yeah. Dude, that's why I think they're pushing it out. Like this game's coming out December 2nd, because I think the Dead Space remake is set to be like a month after that. So they jumped right ahead of it.
There's a Dead Space remake coming out.
It's weird timing. Weird timing.
Not sure on that. I put a quick note, next level gore.
Well, I got a question though. What are you more excited for? Dead Space remake, which we haven't seen much of. I know they've been doing a lot of developer blog type stuff, or Callisto Protocol.
Yes.
Me, I don't care about either one.
Not feeling the Dead Space vibes.
No, I want new games.
So
Callisto Protocol is
Callisto
new.
Protocol being so much like Dead Space to you is like might as well just be Dead Space 4.
Yeah, it didn't look too interesting to me. No.
You know what happened though? I think is people were wanting Dead Space so much, and now all of a sudden that they're doing the remake and this at the same time, now it's like overload again.
And again, there's like a lot of sci-fi horror games coming out.
Insane.
The first half of the fucking show was that.
The year of horrors.
Glenn Schofield, the guy who's doing Callisto Protocol, his company, that's the guy who made Dead Space. So obviously that's all going to go together like that. Which means he's not working on Dead Space remake. So maybe that will be more fresh than what Callisto Protocol is. Who knows at this point?
Did you guys read that Callisto Protocol was supposed to be in the PUBG world as well? And like it just so dumb.
Didn't know what that meant at all.
No idea.
Like a week ago, they're like, by the way, Callisto Protocol is not going to be in the PUBG world anymore. The shared cinematic universe of PUBG.
Yeah, that's
cool.
a universe in PUBG.
Why was it ever even going to be a thing? Anyways, go ahead, Zach.
I don't think we need to talk about it much, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 trailer, a gameplay reveal.
It looked really cool.
It does look really cool. I'm just saying, do we need to talk about it? I mean, everyone, it's Call of Duty. I mean, it does look cool.
The rain,
there's no doubt.
The rain.
Campaign, I said campaign playthrough will probably be super fun.
Yeah. Nostalgia heavy.
Right? Looks awesome.
I mean, it's a really super, super clean version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I didn't play that last remake, so I don't know how much they changed.
I didn't either.
Outside of the OG game, but
a lot.
It looked very similar to what I remember, but that might just be like that.
Well, because they put the big scenes that you remember the same, but
that's
a lot
what
of
I'm
stuff
saying.
outside
That intro boat scene,
yeah.
It's Call of Duty. There's not much to say about it except that it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Let's have no Russian, huh?
Can't do that anymore, dude.
I know.
Will
they have it?
Nope. Okay. Of course, they
better.
Yes,
will I have it?
Yeah, I think it will.
I also think so.
To. People would be like so pissed if they didn't do that. Like cutting content.
If I can't kill everyone in an airport,
it's not about the scene.
I know.
It's about our freedom.
About freedom.
They took
quick fire, at least from Flashback 2. Flashback 2.
It's Flashback 2. That game's so fucking hard. They're original.
There's so many like what is it called? What is it called? The spiritual successors of that game that I've already played in the last like 10 years. There's so many of them.
There are some really good ones too.
They're probably way better.
That are fun on the Switch and stuff. The one that I can't think of the name, but the one that's on Switch is really fun.
Neon, is it like a neon soaked kind of real? I think I know what you're talking about, and I'm gonna brain fart on and not give you the name.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. There's been games that have done Flash. They've done it all, and and honestly, this trailer looked worse than most of these spiritual successors.
It did. It looked choppy and slow and sluggish and pretty generic.
Yeah,
I don't really have words for that one. Pass. Yeah. Another quick fire, I'd say. Quick fire. Witchfire. How about Witchfire? Even remember that one?
Was that the survival crafting game?
Man, I should have wrote more stuff down about it. I kind of fucked up. I put multiplayer with a question mark. I think it is a survival crafting game because I
That's
put
the one where
it looks like a multiplayer game.
You find cards and use cards to go into different rounds. It looks actually pretty cool.
That looks cool.
I started the trailer. I started the trailer and I was watching along with Marley and I was like, dude, I'm gonna wait for the Forest 2. But then within like a minute of the trailer, I was like, this actually looks pretty fun. Honestly, it looked cool. Just the different, the different biomes and environments and stuff look cool. Like, yeah, go craft in different worlds, and you have that home base where you can build like a whole town. It's pretty cool.
And the little card game adds a little oomph.
On my notes here, I put all capitals. Looks fine.
We need to see a little more. We need to see a little more. Let it bake.
Right after another horror sci-fi game.
Yeah.
This one has Troy Baker, and this one has the guy from Red Dead. It's called Fort Solace.
Can you explain a little bit what that one was again, by any chance?
I should have wrote more down about it.
Dude,
it was a first-person horror game. It didn't. They never. None of these trailers showed much gameplay, so I'm not sure what any of them are. But I saw first person. It had like really, really good-looking graphics. He was in a scientific-looking room, and there was like an evil robot that like came up to him and was pissed.
Oh yeah, the little orb. It was very Destiny-like, and he had the little orb, and then it turned into a shield, and then it turned into a mech and all that.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I don't think that was this one.
No.
Different game.
This was the problem with the whole first half of the thing. Every game blended into one. Who fucking knows what game it was? It was a space shooter. They're all space first-person shooters. Putting it out there, this was the worst Summer Game Fest that I've ever seen, and I think that this might be the last one.
Fort Solace there.
Jeff Keighley, I mean, the developers are not willing to give him the footage. They all want to do their own thing now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, yeah, I guess we'll show you. You could have this, or I don't know.
Which also doesn't make sense because he's put, like, his production value is actually pretty high. Another thing that kind of confused me is that usually when he has his conferences, he'll put in some, like, something fun. There's nothing fun in it. There's no musical performances.
No orchestra.
Like that was the kind of stuff, like, yeah, he did cut back on the ads. There was hardly any ads, which is cool, but
like 2.
Yeah,
The Rock was all ad.
Oh, that was full. That was a triple ad in one. 3 ads in one.
It was so ad heavy.
But yeah, it just wasn't like a fun conference compared to what he's done in the past.
And you know what? He could be the one to do that. Bring it back. Let it be Keighley and do a live show where people can like go on the floor and try these games out and report on them, or like E3 condense it all together.
What year is this of 3?
I think this
is for Summer of Gaming.
I think this is year 2. He just did it 2021.
Yeah, because it was right when E3.
And E3 is coming back, so yeah, we'll see. Is it going to be a fight over of releases for E3 and Summer Game Fest next year?
It's going to be a brawl.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be E3.
Yeah,
this is
he'll still have his thing.
Last year, what made Summer Game Fest is that they actually showed Elden Ring gameplay trailer for the first time ever. Biggest game of the decade, and he got it. He didn't have shit this year. I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe...
Callisto Protocol got announced.
No, it didn't.
The Game Awards, I thought it did.
Oh, the announcement.
Announced, not like gameplay or anything.
I thought it got announced at the PS5 reveal.
No, I don't think so.
It's all mad.
We'll get all those facts. Maybe we'll do an episode about all that stuff.
And more underwhelming is who cares if they even covered it here during the Summer Game Fest, because when was it? Yesterday? 2 days ago when we watched State of Play?
Everything leaked.
Just showed it, yeah.
It was all there.
We just saw
they didn't save anything for Jeff Keighley this year.
His show was like a companion piece to everybody else.
Which is what it should have been opposite. His should have been the one, and then State of Play could have elaborated and.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ask you guys and the audience, but just popped into my head. We should rank E3s, huh?
We should have a E3 ranking. We'd have to go back and
top
have
10
some.
E3s. Do a little research there and do a top 10 E3s.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Cool.
I think people are going to be missing E3 just like we were talking about earlier, more than ever this year.
Next up, it's going to be pretty quick fire, at least from what I got from here on. So we had a game called Routine, which they said was like a decade old. Supposedly, it's now coming out. Don't remember much about it. I was writing quick. Fall Guys is coming out for free for everyone.
Oh, that's cool. I'm excited for that to be on Switch. I'll be playing that for sure. I'll jump back in.
PC, Switch, Xbox, everyone for free.
June 21st or something like that, right? Yeah,
Sometime
end of the month.
I think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Stormgate is a new RTS.
Yep.
Graphics did not look sick to me. I'm not a fan
Yep.
of those like very unfortunately.
Yeah, Fortnite-y, maybe.
There's like a quick succession like run of indie games that played through. I didn't catch the title. I don't think it showed titles or anything. It was just like a boom indie showcase. This one threw me off. I had no idea this was coming out, and then, again, it ran in my mind. Another one, but Marvel Midnight Suns.
This has been announced before.
Oh, I've been hearing about this for months.
I had no idea.
This was announced sometime last year, or maybe even a year before that. It's a XCOM style Marvel game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's XCOM, but with Marvel characters.
But I also heard that
it's so fucking hard to know what the game is going to be. Sorry, Jess.
Yeah, it's a bait and switch. This game is, from what I heard, is going to be more heavily RPG than XCOM-y. So there's like a home hub, mission log. You could, I don't know. I think it's a little more than XCOM.
Do you think people have too much Marvel fatigue to even care about any of this now, or are people still
Marvel fatigue,
hungry for it?
Star Wars fatigue. It's all the fatigues are set in.
I feel like this game is like 5 years too late.
I mean, when it comes to Marvel games, nobody makes a good one except for Insomniac. Yes. So
I can't wait. I can't wait for the Wolverine game.
That's all I gotta say about that.
I'll hold you guys on that one. The people who make Shadow of War and Shadow of War and Mordor, Shadows of Mordor, are making a Wonder Woman game. They're making the Wonder Woman game.
That's NetherRealm, right?
No, that's
WB.
They are. It is WB, but it's not NetherRealm. I don't know who it is. It's the people who make Shadows of Mordor.
Mm-hmm.
They're making
Shadows of Mordor and Mad Max.
The Avalanche.
Yeah. It's all good, dude.
Shadows of Mordor people, and it's
we'll get better at connecting developers to games.
It'll have the Nemesis system. Wonder Woman with the Nemesis system should be an awesome game. So real quick, cool. Superhero games.
You should be stoked for that. I know it's Wonder Woman, but like you love Shadow of Mordor. You played so much of that game.
Also not Marvel.
I did
CC.
Play the first one, and I got about half, maybe a quarter through the second one. And I was like,
then they wanted you to buy everything.
Pretty repetitive and boring.
Most games.
I probably won't play that.
The big Cuphead DLC and DLC Delicious Last Course.
Yeah, we kind of already talked about that earlier or sometime in this podcast.
Is this the first DLC or is this a big announcement because it's the last DLC?
It's the first and only big expansion it's going to have.
It's the end of Cuphead Part 1 because there's going to be a sequel.
They can't make too many of these games though because it's so crazy the way they do it. The hand-drawn art for that game is in like hours and hours and so much time to make that. I don't know if they'll do another one. Maybe.
The
Maybe
next
the team
part
will get blown.
The next thing I was a little confused on because I just some of it that it was like maybe a game called Star Rail. I might have wrote that down right by a company called Hoyoverse, who I think makes Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact.
So they're making a new game.
They look like a better version of Genshin Impact. They look more like an action kind of heavy, very Devil May Cry, but it's still like very anime. That look cool though.
I don't have too much on that.
The next game they also made. They had 2 announcements.
It was 2 bangers. It was 2 in a row.
The one that stood out was the more like action one. Yeah, it was the second one. I was like, that one looks actually pretty sweet. Cool, First one I don't even remember. Genshin Impact is crazy popular though. I don't know if you guys ever played that. It's anime Breath of the Wild.
I have not played it. I do know about it though. I know of it.
I'm gonna look into that more. That second one.
Yeah. Another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Aren't they coming out with that collection?
You didn't know about this, Zach?
Is that the collection?
No, this is the Shredder's Revenge game made from the people that did the Streets of Rage 4. The same Dot Emu. different
Unfortunately,
developer maybe.
that was my hypest game of the whole show.
Yeah, dude, because it's sick.
It
Six
looks
player-
fucking dope. Six
gonna be
player,
so
Casey
good.
Jones, Splinter, let's
Graphics
go.
look cool.
It looked really cool.
Also to add a little details on this, Limited Run had their showcase a couple days ago, I think, and there's gonna be a physical copy. But if you buy from Limited Run, just to let you know, that will take so long. You will not be playing that game day one. I bought Windjammers
No,
and
it takes
Limited
like
Run.
6 months.
I bought Windjammers and Limited Run in January. I don't have it yet. Windjammers too.
I did Doom
Wow.
Doom 64 for the PlayStation Special Edition. I think it
how
took
long
a
did it
year.
take?
Yeah.
It-
I think it took like a January to November
So
type of thing.
kids, if you want your physical copy,
They're
you
collectible.
gotta double dip
They're
if you want to
collectibles.
play it day one, because you'll wait. I can't even believe I waited this
Yeah,
long
I
to
did
win.
not know. Man, maybe I should have. I did not know that game. I knew about the pack that's coming. Isn't there like a pack?
There
of,
is a collection of the old school, all the old
Right.
Teenage Mutant. Yeah.
Okay. Uh,
Casey Jones,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
dude. Casey Jones.
there's
Man.
a game. I think it's been announced already. Super People. It looked like it was a hero multiplayer game to me.
Flew over my head.
Yeah, it's called Super People. First person shooter. It looked like a hero multiplayer. The game called Humankind is coming to console.
What was that
Cool.
again?
Oh yeah, that one looked.
It looks like a board. It's like I don't want to say it's like Civ because I know it's not like Civ, but something
No.
like that.
Strategy game.
It's a strategy game.
Yeah, world management game.
World management. Yeah,
Okay.
we like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but with a
You
dang,
guys-
I don't know, man.
You guys
Look-
like that? Check that game out.
It looked kind of interesting, honestly.
This
I
was
don't
pretty
remember.
cool. I don't know how well it's gonna work or anything, or when it's gonna be integrated. Xbox on Samsung.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
new TV thing.
What is it?
Pretty
So
cool.
no dongle necessary, just ready to go. Cloud-based gaming. Is that what that is?
It wasn't
Cloud-based.
just Xbox. It was Nvidia, GeForce Now, Xbox, any what's it called? Google Stadia, all of it.
So all the new Samsung TVs and maybe some old ones will have
PlayStation.
updates.
PlayStation Now, if that continues, will probably be on there.
Why Samsung only? That's so weird. You would think they would have made the deal with LG because it's like the
Android.
biggest gaming
I would
TV
think
right now.
I would think Android.
Android TVs though.
Well, a lot of TVs run Android.
Oh yeah.
The Capcom collection. I sent you guys that list of all the games. that were on
Capcom
that
Arcade Collection #2. So
Yeah.
one thing to know about that is it's like a free to play thing, and they'll give you like one game. Everything else is like it's kind of piecemeal. $5 for this one, or you could buy the whole pack.
Oh, got it. Got it.
That's kind of cool. Like if you just want a couple, you could go in there and piecemeal it.
Uh,
That's the better Capcom collection than that first one. The first one was
first
like
one-
a lot of those old 80s
I've
games.
looked at the first. Yeah, those aren't for me.
This one moved up into the more like 90s fighting games and kind of
Arcade.
shmups and stuff. So pretty dope.
The next game was my most hyped game. I knew that it was coming out already, but the trailer for it and everything, awesome. Metal Hellsinger, and it's just a sick
Demo on
first-person
PlayStation 5.
shooter
Oh yeah.
with heavy metal shredding in the background. It looks like a Doom demake with shredding metal in the background, and it strictly looks like the developers made that game for me.
Not only,
personally.
not only shredding metal, actual artists shredding metal.
Yeah,
Surge,
real,
Surge
yeah.
Shotgun, dude. System
He's
of a
one
Down.
of them. The guy from God, I'm gonna blank all of
Lamb
them
of
right now.
God.
Archangel Girl, Lamb of God guy. So
Mhm.
it's gonna be sick, dude.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah, that's
just
cool.
pure
As if-
fun.
I was gonna say it's like Doom but metal, but Doom is metal.
Doom already is metal. It's a
This
play
is
on
like
Doom.
more metal. Yeah.
I'm confused
a-
about the objective of the gameplay to kill on beat. I mean, the trailer that it showed, the dude wasn't killing on beat.
There's
I
a
don't
game
understand.
called BPM. Bullets
They've already
per
had, I was
minute,
gonna say they already had that kind of
that kind of has that same concept, but I just haven't played it. So
Yeah, I don't know, Jess. I think it might be a points driven game.
I feel
don't-
like
I
that'll be
think-
a day one purchase for me.
I think killing on beat will give you multipliers and bump up your attack power, maybe something like that. I can't
Looks
imagine.
awesome.
I can't imagine that if you like don't shoot on beat, you don't shoot or something weird like that.
No, there's probably like a bar, and it like
no,
flows
it had
back
it
and
had
forth.
it had a metronome. It was on the
Oh,
side.
okay.
They were coming in
Okay.
over the cursor.
Looks sick. That game looks sick.
Yeah, it did.
After was Nightingale. It's a new survival game, is what I wrote, because that's what it looked like.
If that's the survival game, that might be the one with the cards and the portals.
Nightingale actually sounds more like the one with the cards in the portals. What was the first one I said?
Witchcraft or witch something.
Witchfire.
Witchfire.
Witchfire. Yeah, we'll have to look.
I thought
Yeah, I don't
Witchfire
think-
looked more like Destiny, but with witches and very more like.
You're probably right. You're probably right on that, because now that I'm Nightingale is the one Jess was. That's the
Yeah.
card based with the portals, and you go to different realms. Or I would say it has to be. And it's a survival game. I wrote survival game. That game looked exactly like a survival game, so that would be my guess on that. Although we shouldn't be guessing because we literally just watched the whole thing. It's a lot of information really fast. Okay.
Witchfire is just another one of the first-person space shooters that got in the mix.
Knew it. That's why.
It was.
That's why. That's why I couldn't.
It was
remember.
really generic. That's why I was honestly shocked that you guys were like, "That will look dope." I was like,
At one point, I wrote when Fort Solace started its trailer, I wrote down horror sci-fi game overload. It's just too much. There's just too many horror.
That was the game that they announced on top of all the other ones, and you said, "All right, I had."
And then I put overload, and that's when I've had enough. Yeah, so maybe I just checked out. To me, at least, Saints Row looks fun.
Oh, it looks so fun! Is that gonna be online?
Right? Yeah. 4-player
I'll be
co-op.
in that shit so much. It looked really fun.
Looks fun.
Yeah,
it looks super
back
fun.
to the roots.
Actually.
Saints Row 3 was a really fun game. It looks like they're kind of going back to like that, not too goofy, but also not as serious as GTA. Because I know Saints Row 3 kind of had that good in between, and then Saints Row 4 and everything after that got so ridiculous. Like you're flying, you're a superhero, so dumb. It got bad. Like,
but I do think it's going to be pretty fun. I do think that'll be at least like a buddy game. That'll be real fun.
We knew about this game, but what they announced today was that they're going to let you jump in and make your character.
Yeah.
For free.
Well, that was I mean,
I'm just saying that's what the announcement was in a way, though. Like, create your boss or whatever.
Yeah, we knew that it was coming. But
kind of cool though, because that takes like an hour, and that's kind of like when you get a new game, you're like, all right, I'm going to sit here and make my character for an hour before I really start getting into it. Oh wait, no, it's time to eat. I'll play this tomorrow. Yeah, you can make your character, and when you get the game, you're just ready to go.
Yeah, spend the first whole night just making a character.
A lot of blurred out dong.
There's a new Warhammer game coming out, and you guys might not think that that's fun, but if you've ever played Vermintide, and they said that it's like a sequel to Vermintide, that game's really fucking cool.
Why?
Isn't there like 30 new Warhammer games coming out?
Yeah, why is this one
Warhammer always has new games coming out, but I'm gonna probably fuck all this up. But Vermintide is like a specific offshoot, at least, that was a first-person shooter, like almost like an RPG. Like you level your guy up and go into like I think it's really horde-based, but it's like a horde-based RPG, and you level your guy up and you have powers. And it's actually really fun. It's all co-op based.
So like kind of going room to room. Another horde
Killing
comes
Floor. You've played Killing Floor,
yeah, Killing Floor.
Yeah, right. Killing Floor 2. So it's like that, but more like mystical in a way. Not too mystical or crazy, but very fun game. Vermintide. It was a PlayStation Plus game, so I tried it, and it was actually really fun. So if this is a new Vermintide style game, it'll probably be real fun. Although it's exclusive to Xbox and PC. Not on PlayStation, this one.
It's not like Bethesda or anything, or why is it? I wonder why they chose that.
Money.
Just because. Okay. It's just a money thing.
I
don't know who owns who anymore.
There's a name to it. It's like Warhammer something.
Warhammer Vermintide.
There's a name to it. It's not Vermintide, but they said it was like the sequel to Vermintide. So
it ends with Tide. Something else.
Is it another Tide game?
I just don't remember the name.
Ocean Tide.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us played this, but there's a sequel to Layer of Fear, and I think it's called Layers of Fear.
Layers of Fear 3.
Oh, it's part 3?
This is the third one.
Oh. That's coming out.
I haven't played any of them.
Jess?
No idea what
horror
it
games
is.
Are they horror games? They must be horror games.
But you know what is weird? The developer who's making it is oh man, I was just reading about that. It's the people that everyone thought was going to make a Silent Hill game, who recently made that first horror game where the two worlds collide that came out on Xbox. Jet, and you're gonna go like you're like playing two worlds at the same time. Anyways, and developer name, but like people thought this specific developer that I can't remember their name of was gonna make a Silent Hill game. What?
It's not that company that
Go
had,
ahead.
like-
You keep talking. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
No, I know. I'm just trying to there was like that weird like company that people thought was fake, and the guy kept saying he was going to come out with a
It's not
trailer.
that one.
What
No.
was that? Was
Bloober
anything ever
Team.
happen? Anything ever happened with that?
Bloober Team.
With that weird trailer thing? Did that ever like actually come out?
No. Dude, don't worry about that. It's
So that was all fake.
That game's dead in the water. Yeah.
Okay. Well, moving on.
I've looked into it.
Moving on. The next one will probably be really fun, and that's Gotham Knights.
Yeah, all the Robins.
Right?
Oh no, dude. I don't know.
4-player co-op? Is it 4-player co-op?
2-player at least.
Yeah, I had the same question. It was kind of unclear. I'm not sure.
They showed a long gameplay of that about a month ago, and it was choppy as hell and
It was.
pretty basic looking. Like it did not look great. The game should be good because of,
Who is it that makes that one? Do you guys know by any chance? Is Crystal Dynamics again?
it's
No,
not
can't be.
it's not the same team that makes the Arkham games, because they're doing the Suicide Squad.
Because they're doing the kill the Batman.
Kill the
Suicide
Batman,
Squad, kill the right?
It's like their side team, yeah. It's the same team that did the Batman Arkham Origins, which was in between the main.
Oh no!
Yes.
Uh-oh. Okay.
They're doing this one.
So it's WB Games Montreal. So it is just WB Games still.
It is part of it's WB Games, but it's not the main Suicide Squad people.
Yeah, we'll see.
And
I
the
like
and the Batman people either.
Right. They started off the new trend of making good superhero games, right? So
yeah, they did. It's not Rocksteady. There you go.
yeah, it's not Rocksteady.
I think Activision started it off.
Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2,
Spider-Man
Nintendo
2.
64,
Spider-Man 2, PS2.
PS1.
No, it was Spider-Man 2 PS2, right? That was the one.
I think that's
I also go all the way back to Spider-Man on Nintendo 64.
That one was shitty.
Maybe Superman in 64.
Next.
Moving on.
Yeah. Last of Us remaster.
Remake.
Oh yeah. That's it. That's what it ended
But
with.
why did they act like this was a big reveal? Like, I feel like
Everyone
knew this.
Yeah, it was announced so
like a
long
year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
They were talking about how it was like all spoiled. I didn't know. Did it get leaked or something?
So what did you guys think about that side-to-side footage? Because Ellie they made her look like 5. It was real weird.
You're talking about to the live action show or to the remake?
Right now we're talking. What were you talking about, Zach? The Last of Us remake, right, of part 1?
Oh yeah, I skipped over this show. I mean,
The show, yeah, was a quick thing. Troy Baker and the other actress who does Ellie, I'm gonna brain fart her name up. I don't know. Sorry,
Well, I mean,
but they're gonna make an appearance in it, which is cool. We'll see what that's all about. And the show actually should be real good.
The side by side footage was actually from the PS4 remake to this one.
Yeah,
I wonder why they did
I don't know.
that.
There was some shots where I was like, I don't know. Joel looks kind of dope in the remake. Ellie looks kind of tougher and cooler in the remake. They softened it all up or something. I don't know. I gotta look at that again.
How much money is it going to cost?
$70.
You think?
Yes.
Not 40?
No.
Why did they make a remake to Last of Us 1?
Instead of what?
Instead of anything else.
Instead of completing factions?
Yes.
Or
Let's talk about
showing
factions.
something?
Oh, they showed a concept art for their multiplayer game. Is that factions? Is that what factions is?
So
Yes.
he came out and said, factions is the multiplayer game that we're working on.
He actually didn't give it a title.
Oh,
No,
everyone just
They
calling
did
it
not say
factions?
factions. They
Yeah.
just said
Okay,
they just said the
code
online
name.
part of Last of Us.
It's gonna
He
be a
said code- he
standalone
said
game.
Last of Us-
Mhm.
Codename Factions it got a lot bigger than we thought it was going to be. So we're making it standalone, and it's going to be multiplayer, and it's also going to have a story, which that was new news.
All new characters takes place in San Francisco.
And it's going to be as big as some of their campaigns in their main game. So this just became a game.
What's up with San Francisco being the #1 spot for movie and video games in the last 3 years?
People
Golden Gate
love
Bridge.
that Golden Gate Bridge. You get that Golden Gate Bridge in there, your game sells 10% more.
Is that like the most noticeable landmark? No, Statue of Liberty, huh?
Like in the world or in the USA?
Like when you see it on the screen, you're like, oh, San Francisco. Oh.
It's up there.
Oh.
Statue of Liberty, bigger.
Oh, no. Eiffel Tower?
No. Statue of Liberty.
Pyramids.
Liberty #1. Golden
You
Gate
know when
Bridge.
you see the pyramids, you're looking at Egypt, bro.
But dude, that's what they ended the show with.
I was sure that they're coming back. He's talking to Neil Druckmann, or what's the guy's name? Is that right? Neil Druckmann?
Neil Druckmann, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking waste of time, whatever, get him off the stage. Who fucking cares? And then I was like, finally, the last trailer. This is what we've been waiting for. And then he says, bye, I'll see you next time. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm so sick of Jeff Keighley being like, so you got anything to show us? Can you tell us this? We can't tell you this yet. Next year. This year. We don't got info, but here's a picture. Like, I don't bring him on for that. Don't bring anybody on for a picture and then have it be the showstopper. What the F, dude? That's kind of like sealed the deal on my bumness of it all.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Factions would be real cool, though. I mean, I love the Last of Us games, and I would love to have a game where we could all play together. I think that'd be really, really fun. But we're not going to see that till next year. Again, there's nothing coming out this year.
We'll get into the releases in the next months. There's some games coming out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Those slim pickings.
Oh, I know it is. It's not a banger year. Elden Ring already came out.
You know what? One of our episodes, though, we should just go over our backlogs in general. That'd be fun.
Like, I got backlogs of games I've never played.
Yeah, just played.
Now, the games that I started playing that I have on my shelf back here that I need to beat, and this is the year to do it, because
we're gonna need like 10 episodes for that.
Games that I've bought and literally have never turned on
within the last few years, then, or whatever.
Yeah, it's rough for me.
That was the show, though.
I have to start.
You gotta beat them.
Backlogging my backlog.
You gotta beat them.
But the overall rating, I would say this is in. I don't know. What would our scale be? 5 to 10? Because no game is under a 5. Because video games are fucking dope.
Yeah, we're rating the show.
Was it better than the PlayStation?
No.
Show.
No.
You know, Resident Evil remake alone is cooler than any of this, right?
Yeah,
maybe even Final Fantasy.
You got 2 10 games in that show, right? You got Resident Evil, and then you have Final Fantasy.
And technically, Street Fighter was announced in the PlayStation 1.
That's another 10 for me. And this one had some 7s, 6s, averaged out at a 5. I don't know. Bad, not good, not fun, not hype.
I can't tell you what the best unannounced actually announced today game was, because I don't even know what was actually, and it seems like all of this was already announced.
I think those Yoho Genshin Impact games maybe were new announcements.
Maybe the Alien game? That might have been brand new. I don't think people knew about that one.
What was the game that they announced and they're like, and you could go download it right now on PlayStation and Xbox? The demo.
Demo for the metal game.
The metal game.
Zach's game.
Hellsinger.
I might turn that on. Could be fun.
Yeah, that's cool. I always love a drop like that.
But yeah, what it really came down to, it was nothing new. They're just kind of extending on previous announcement. The Call of Duty game looked really fun. I'm excited for it, especially if we could co-op the campaign. I'll be in there with you guys. That'd be great.
Well, that's a big ask.
If not, I'm not playing it.
When has Call of Duty ever have co-op campaign besides World at War?
I thought they did. Pretty sure
World at War, dude. That's the one.
That's the only one.
I know we got video game remake fatigue, but Black Ops remake.
Black Ops is the best Call of Duty ever made.
That's what I'm saying. I kind of wish it was Black Ops.
It's coming next. Don't worry. They don't have any more ideas.
Does Call of Duty have a new game coming out this year, or is this the first year now that they bought them that they're good? Because I know Microsoft said, or
This one's coming out, then they're taking the year off.
Yeah.
it's gonna be the first year off in like for since Call of Duty games.
I
Is
think it's
crazy.
17 years.
Yeah, they're gonna be releasing it this year, and then they're not gonna do annually releases.
All right,
They're
the first game after that break is the
It's
one.
gonna
It's
be
gonna be the
awesome.
fucking best one.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I've said multiple times.
Give those teams a break. Let them think about what they need to do to make it fresh again.
Yeah.
Because Call of Duty is stagnant.
And I think Microsoft knows how to treat their teams and not overload them to make the best content.
Yeah, not just like, well, you know, the investors, we got to keep our stocks up. Like
Crunch,
chill out.
crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh, I think publishers and developers are just getting better at that in general.
Well, just
Like-
because all the gaslighting that's been happening lately.
Yeah, well, good. Call them out.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck that shit. It's just like any other job. Fuck you. Fuck all that, man. Fuck jobs.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, let's wrap up this.
Hashtag fuck jobs.
Let's wrap up this little the review and
And back to our
back to the brother cast.
Quick recap.
Something-
Zach, best of the show. Dustin, best of the show.
Callisto
There's-
Protocol gameplay.
I guess
and
Callisto Protocol,
this-
yeah.
And the skate game. I really want
I was
to
trying
try
to
that
think.
skateboarding game.
I'm going Ninja Turtles all day. Was
Metal
it
Ha-
new?
Metal
No,
Hell
I
It's on the
Ninja
list.
Turtles.
Metal
get three?
Hellslinger and Callisto.
I want 3. I want Ninja Turtles too.
I was really trying to run through my head on but there's not much, man. There really.
But
I don't
again,
know.
Callisto. But let's just remember Callisto Protocol. Already knew about it. Already seen it. Ninja Turtles.
Mhm.
Already knew about it. Already seen it. That
Mhm,
skate game.
mhm.
We already knew about it. Already seen it. That's
And
not
Metal
new enough.
Hellsinger. I've
Metal
known
Hell-
all about that game. Like I've seen
So-
every artist get added to that game, and I'm like, oh, they're getting added. Oh, they're getting added, and now I've
Ultimately, everything we just said just cemented our ideas that we were telling you earlier before this segment.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. And on to the regular show.
Up it up.
Been done.
Brothers. Brothers.